Kindly acknowledge once your name is called. For our presiding officer, Attorney Roberto Martin S. Benaventura.
Present.
Engineer Arnold Balucating. Engineer Arnel Borlado.
Present. Good afternoon.
Miss Amneres Gabriel.
Present. Good afternoon.
Engineer Elmer Gomez.
Present. Good afternoon.
We also have our provisional members, the end user from ADMS, Architect Emerson Salas. From the ODG MISD, Ms. Cheryl Walikan.
Present po.
From ANS, AFS ODG Core Plan. For the BAC Technical Working Group, yours truly, Frank Edward Morty. We have our members, Ms. Cristina Balonon, Mr. John Christian Cala,
Present.
Ms. Odessa Cortez,
Present.
Mr. Joe Marie Anthony Eligio, Engineer Alfred Sheldon Ceballos, Engineer Joferan Joseph Torrefranca.
Present. Good afternoon.
For the BAC Secretariat, our head, Engineer Leandro Varquez, Miss Eloisa Casimiro,
Present po.
Miss Alma Belia Hilo,
Present po.
Mr. Romar Palivino, Mr. Thomas Duke Santos, our minutes taker for today,
Present.
Miss Nina Cristel Romasanta,
Present po.
and Miss Sandra Serdan. Mr. Chair, we also invited observers from the Commission on Audit, Resident Auditors. Mr. Dinopolis here. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
We invited representatives from PCCI, from Internal Audit, and from ASF. Good afternoon. And from ASFI. That's all for the roll call, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you, Attorney Frank. With that, we can proceed with the agenda items. Number 1 is the submission and opening of bids for supply, delivery, and commissioning of 1-year subscription for CAAP email services. This is an MISD project. Do you have submitted bids for this?
Yes, Mr. Chair. We have 2 submitted bids for this, sir.
Sige, let's proceed to open it and admit the bidders.
Permission, Mr. Chair, for our bidders representative to be admitted online and physically, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon to our bidders. Welcome to the bid opening for the project supply, delivery, and commissioning of 1-year subscription for CAAP email services with 700 accounts. This is for bid number 22-001-08 with an ABC of 3,200,000. This is an ODG MISD project. For our bidders online, may we request you to place on the chat box your name and the company you represent. Thank you, Miss. Thank you. So we have 2 submitted bids for today, Mr. Chair. One is from My BCB Incorporated, and the other one is from Maroons Studio Incorporated. So we will first open the submitted bid of Maroon Studio Incorporated. May we request representative from Maroon Studio Incorporated to acknowledge if this is your submitted bid. Ma'am, sir? Maroon Studio, please. Kindly acknowledge, ma'am, if this is your submitted bid.
Hello sir, good afternoon. Si Roan po from Maroon Studios. Confirming po, that's our document po na sinubmit. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Chair, permission to proceed with the opening.
Go ahead, please.
The submitted bid proposal of Maroon Studio Incorporated has labels and it is properly sealed. Inside the main envelope are two envelopes. The technical component envelope and the financial component envelope. The submitted technical component envelope of Maroon Studio Incorporated has tabbings. No pagination and with signature. To the representative of Maroon Studio Incorporated, please, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, would you just like to confirm po na yung submitted bid po ninyo as shown in the screen right now, wala po siyang pagination?
Some documents po is meron, except for the ones na attachments like contracts and NOAs po.
I'm showing the entire span of the document right now, ma'am, and I'm not seeing pagination. Kindly confirm.
Sir, for the can you go po sa statements? Meron po kaming mga nilagay doon. Like for example, statement of ongoing. So meron po sa pinakababa po ng page, may mga page po na naka-indicate doon.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm scanning po the entire document po right now and I'm not seeing any, there are pages na merong pagination pero yung iba po wala po, ma'am, no? Pa-confirm
Yes,
ko lang po, ma'am.
Yes, confirming, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Not all.
Mr. Chair, would like to put on record that the representative of Maroon Studios Incorporated acknowledge and confirm that the submitted technical document does not contain pagination. And Mr. Chair, we'll just check, sir, the bid documents. Mr. Chair, under ITB number 15 BDS, it is expressly stated here that each and every page thereof shall be initialed or signed by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. Submitted eligibility, technical and financial documents shall be properly marked with index tabs, ear tab, and must be sequentially paginated in accurate order in a form of page, example, that is page 3 of 100, page number of last page of the document per envelope basis. Pagination should be sequential based on the entire span of the whole document inside the envelope. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be automatically disqualified. With that, Mr. Chair, the technical working group is hereby recommending for the disqualification of Maroon Studios Incorporated for failure to comply the required pagination as expressly provided in the ITB for consideration and approval of the committee, Mr. Chair.
All right, thank you, Attorney Frank, for that. There is currently a recommendation from the TWG based also on the acknowledgement by the bidder. Do you have any comments from our members? If there's none, maybe we can have a motion, please.
Sir, on the bidder side po ba? Sorry. I cannot.
No. This is for the members of the
Sorry.
bids and awards
Thank
committee.
you, sorry.
Through the chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, as recommended by the TWG, I so move to adopt the recommendation to disqualify Maroon Studio Incorporated for the absence of the pagination on the submitted bid.
Do you have a
Second motion, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. There being motion duly seconded, the recommendation of the TWG is hereby adopted and the bidder is hereby disqualified. Motion is carried. Secretary, kindly inform the bidder of the next step, please.
Yes, Mr. Chair. To the representative of Maroon Studios Incorporated, ma'am, please be informed, ma'am, that you have 3 calendar days from today if you will be filing your motion for reconsideration. And should you intend to file your motion for reconsideration, ma'am, we will be sealing your documents for now, and we will initial it as well as it will be initialed by the members of the committee who are present physically today. And they will be open once your motion, if your motion will be granted or not, ma'am. Will you be
Alright,
filing
sir.
your MR po, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you po, ma'am. We will seal your documents po and we will have it initialed by the members.
Alright, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, let's proceed, please.
Moving on, Mr. Chair, we are now on the next bid proposal from My BCB Incorporated. To the representative of My BCB Incorporated, kindly acknowledge if this is your submitted. Can you confirm if this is your submitted bid?
Hello, good afternoon. Yes po, sir.
Ma'am, kindly state your name po, ma'am, and the company you represent po for records purposes.
Opo, good afternoon. This is Noemi from My BCB.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Permission to proceed with the opening, Mr. Chair. So the submitted bid proposal of My BCB is properly labeled and also sealed, properly sealed. Inside the main envelope are 2 envelopes, the original technical component and the original financial component. The submitted technical component of My BCB Incorporated has tabbings, pagination, and signature or initials on each page. Checklist, please.
Okay, checklist. Valid PhilJobs registration certificate.
Certificate of PhilJobs registration, platinum membership, issued to My BCB Incorporated. Validity period until June 30, 2023, with complete attachments submitted.
Registration certificate from SEC, DTI, and CDA.
SEC Certificate of Registration, date of registration, March 16, 2012. SEC Certificate Number CS 2012-05442, submitted.
Mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located.
Mayor's permit issued by LGU Quezon City, date of expiration, January 12, 2023, submitted.
Tax clearance per EO 398.
Tax clearance issued by Miss Alice S.A. Gonzalez, expiration date December 29, 2022, submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started.
Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, submitted.
Statement of the bidder's Single Largest Completed Contract or SLCC,
Statement of single largest completed contract submitted.
original copy of bid security or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration,
Bid security in the form of bid securing declaration, signed and notarized, submitted.
schedule of requirements,
Schedule of requirements, signed, submitted.
conformity with the technical specifications, which may include product or delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and/or after-sales parts, if applicable.
Technical specification conformity, submitted.
Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement or OSS,
Omnibus sworn statement, signed by the representative of my BCB, and also notarized, submitted.
documents attached to the OSS, certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government,
An affidavit with no pending case against the government, signed by Mr. Hernandez and also notarized, duly notarized, submitted.
legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP ELS,
Legal clearance issued to my BCB Incorporated, valid until March 22, 2023, submitted.
bid bulletin number 1, please.
Bid bulletin number 1 dated September 16, 2022, submitted.
The supplier's audited financial statements showing, among others, the supplier's total and current assets and liabilities stamped received by the BIR.
Audited financial statement, stamped received by BIR, April 20, 2022, submitted.
The prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC, or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank.
Duly signed NFCC in the amount of 279,600,000, no, I'm sorry, 279,063,550 pesos, submitted.
If applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement or JVA.
Not applicable.
That would be all, sir, for the technical component.
Mr. Chair, the technical component submission of my BCB Incorporated is initially rated as passed. We now proceed, sir, with the opening of the original financial component. The submitted financial component has tabbings, pagination, and initials or signature on each page. Checklist, please.
Other documentary requirements under RA number 9184. Certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in government procurement activities for the same item or product.
Not applicable.
Certification from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity.
Not applicable.
Original of duly signed and accomplished price schedule.
Price schedule for goods offered within the Philippines, submitted.
Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form.
Financial bid of my BCB Incorporated, signed by Mr. Rico Hernandez, in the amount of 3,100,000 pesos with no discount. Again, the financial bid is 3,100,000 with no discount. The the financial bid of my BCB is within or below the ABC of the project, which is 3,200,000 pesos. So, in your screens, Mr. Chair, is the summary for today's opening. So only My BCB Incorporated passed the opening of bids with a submitted bid of 3,100,000. With this, Mr. Chair, the technical working group is now recommending for the conduct of bid evaluation for the proposal of My BCB Incorporated to a certain completeness of bid and to a certain mathematical or arithmetical correction, if there is any, for consideration and approval of the committee, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Frank. So we have a recommendation for the conduct of bid evaluation. Do you have a motion, please?
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
Move to adopt the recommendation of the technical working group for the conduct of bid evaluation for my BCBs. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. There being motion duly seconded, recommendation is hereby adopted, and let the bid open be subjected to bid evaluation. Of course, without prejudice to the filing of motion for reconsideration of those who have been disqualified. All right, motion is carried. Let's proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may we request that the bidders for this project be removed from the meeting room as we proceed. Secretariat, please. Cleared na. Mr. Chair, the room is now cleared, sir.
All right, let's proceed with the next item, which is the also opening of bids for supply and delivery of 46 units, fire trucks, tires for various airports. This is an ADMS project. Do you have submitted bids for this?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we have two bid proposals from 8 Sun Dragon Sales Incorporated and from Aljon International Corporation, sir.
Okay, kindly admit the bidders' representatives and let's proceed with the opening.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, bidders online and present here today physically. Welcome to the opening of bids for the project supply and delivery of 46 units, 24R21 fire trucks, tires for various airports. This is an ADMS project with bid number 22-014-06 with an ABC of 18,661,280 pesos. Sir, first for the bidder present online, physically, can you state your name, sir, and the company you represent, sir?
Magandang hapon po. I'm John Soriano po from Aljon International Corporation po.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you. From Sun Dragon Sales Incorporated, representative online, please. Do we have representative online from Sun Dragon Sales Incorporated? Mr. Chair, would like to put on record that we do not have representative physically or online for Sun Dragon Sales Incorporated. Sir, permission to proceed, sir, with opening.
Go ahead, please.
First is the bid proposal of Sun Dragon Sales Incorporated. The submitted bid is properly labeled and is also sealed. Inside the main envelope or two envelopes, the original eligibility and technical component and the original financial component envelope. Inside the submitted technical and eligibility documents, the submitted proposal is properly with index tabs, pagination at the lower page, and with initials or signature on each page. Checklist, please.
Valid PhilJEPS registration certificate.
Certificate of PhilJEPS registration, platinum membership issued to Sandragon Sales Incorporated, valid until August 16, 2023, with attachments, complete attachments submitted.
Registration certificate from SEC, TTI, or CDA.
SEC certificate of registration date, August 27, 2009, SEC certificate number CS2009-13201 submitted.
Mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located.
Mayor's permit issued by the City Government of Caloocan City, Caloocan, expiration date December 31, 2022 submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398.
Tax clearance valid until June 1, 2023 submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started.
Statement of all government and private contracts with signature submitted.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or SLCC or similar to the contract to be bid.
Statement of single largest completed contract with signature submitted.
Original copy of bid security or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration.
Bid security in a form of bid securing declaration signed by the National Sales Manager, Mr. Llorente, and notarized, submitted.
Conformity with the technical specifications, which may include production or delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and/or after-sales parts, to include schedule of requirements if applicable.
Schedule of requirements submitted.
This shall include schedule of requirements.
Submitted. Schedule of requirements and technical specifications submitted.
Okay. Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement or, okay.
Omnibus sworn statement signed by Mr. Llorente and also notarized, submitted.
Certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government.
An affidavit of no pending case against the government issued by Mr. Aaron Jerome Co, the bidder's representative, and also notarized, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP ELS.
Legal clearance issued to Sandragon Sales Incorporated, valid until March 20, 2023, submitted.
Bid bulletin numbers 1 to 9.
Bid bulletin number 1, bid bulletin number 2. They also have bid bulletin number 3, bid bulletin number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, Okay, let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ayan, there. Bid bulletin number 9, submitted.
The supplier's audited financial statements, showing among others the supplier's total and current assets and liabilities stamped received by the BIR.
Audited financial statement received by BIR April 18, 2022, submitted.
The prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC, or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank.
NFCC of Sandragon Sales Incorporated in the amount of 4,731,597 pesos. No, sorry. The NFCC, I stand corrected. It's 70,973,955 pesos submitted.
If applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement, or JVA.
Not applicable.
Okay, that would be all, sir.
Mr. Chair, the submitted eligibility or technical component of Sandragon Sales Incorporated is initially rated as passed. Mr. Chair, the representative from
Aljon.
has query, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you po, sir. Sir, na-notice ko lang po, yung sa submitted po niya. I'm not sure, sir, kung tama po ako kung mali. Yung sa ongoing projects niya po, or sa, meron po siya sa, yung nakalagay po sa ongoing, not applicable, sir. Isa lang po yung line, hindi niya po yata na-fill upan lahat ng parameters.
Sir, sir, during opening of bid, sir, ang chine-check lang po natin is absence and presence ng documents as listed in the checklist, sir. Pagkatapos, yung content na po lahat, sir, i-evaluate during sa bid evaluation at post-qualification po.
Na-notice ko lang po, sir. Sorry
Yes po,
po kung na-istorbo ko po.
No problem,
Ano lang
sir.
po,
We take note of your manifestation, sir.
yes, sir. Kasi ang pagkakaalam ko po, dapat lahat ng linya ipipilapan po. Yan
Yes,
na-
sir. Noted po,
Okay,
sir.
thank you for that, sir. That is duly noted, and that will be considered during the evaluation po. Thank you.
Thank you very much po, sir.
Mr. Chair, the next proposal is from Aljon International Corporation to the representative. Sir, can you acknowledge if this is your submitted bid?
Yes, sir. Yan po ang bid po namin sinabit.
Salamat po, sir. Permission to proceed, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, please.
By the way, the submitted proposal of Aljon International Corporation has properly labeled and sealed. Inside the main envelope are two envelopes, the technical component and the original financial component. The submitted technical component and proposal of Aljon International has tabbings, pagination, and signature on each page. Checklist, please.
Valid field chips registration certificate.
Certificate of Field Jobs Registration, Platinum Membership issued to Aljon International Corporation, valid until June 5, 2023, with complete attachments submitted.
Registration certificate from SEC, DTI, or CDA.
SEC Certificate of Registration dated January 16, 1997 with SEC Certificate Number A199700747 submitted.
Mayors or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located.
Mayor's permit issued by the City Government of Caloocan, valid until December 31, 2022, submitted.
Tax clearance per EO number 398.
Tax clearance with an expiration date of March 3, 2023, submitted.
Statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started.
Statement of all government and private contracts with signature submitted.
Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid.
SLCC with signature submitted.
Original copy of bid security or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration.
Bid security in a form of bid securing declaration, signed and notarized, submitted.
Conformity with the technical specifications, which may include production, delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and/or after-sales parts to include a schedule of requirements if applicable.
Technical specification conformity with schedule of requirements, submitted.
Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and original notarized secretary certificate.
Omnibus sworn statement with signature and duly notarized, submitted.
Certification under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government.
An affidavit of no pending case against the government issued by the project manager, Mr. Soriano, notarized, submitted.
Legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP ELS.
Legal clearance issued to Aljon International Corporation, valid until February 28, 2023, submitted.
Bid bulletin numbers 1 to 9.
Bid bulletin number 1, bid bulletin number 2, bid bulletin number 3, bid bulletin number 4, bid bulletin number 5, bid bulletin number 6, bid bulletin number 7, bid bulletin number 8, and bid bulletin number 9, submitted.
The supplier's audited financial statements showing, among others, the supplier's total and current assets and liabilities stamped received by the BIR.
Audited financial statement, stamped received by BIR, dated April 11, 2022, submitted.
The prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC, or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank.
NFCC in the amount of 112,773,683 pesos and 92 centavos with signature, submitted.
If applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement or JVA.
Not applicable.
That would be all, sir, for the technical component.
Mr. Chair, the technical component of Aljon International Corporation is initially rated as passed. Sir, we now proceed with the opening of the financial component. Permission to proceed, sir.
Go ahead, please.
The submitted financial component has tabbings, pagination, and signature or initials on each page. Checklist, please.
Other documentary requirements under RA number 9184, certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in the government activities for the same item or product.
Not applicable.
Certificate from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or a domestic entity.
Not applicable.
Original of duly signed and accomplished bill of quantities or price schedule.
Bill of quantities with signature submitted.
Original of duly signed and accomplished forms for goods offered from the Philippines and or abroad.
For goods offered within the Philippines, submitted.
Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form.
The financial bid of Sandragon Sales Incorporated, signed by Mr. Llorente Rafael, in the amount of 16,100,000 pesos with no discount. It's 16,100,000 pesos with no discount and within below the ABC of the project. The next financial component is from Aljon International Corporation. The submitted financial component has tabbings, pagination, and signature on each page. Checklist, please. Sorry.
Other documentary requirements under RA number 9184 as applicable. Certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in government activities for the same item or product.
Not applicable.
Certificate from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity.
Not applicable.
Original of duly signed and accomplished bill of quantities or price schedule.
Bill of quantities, signed, submitted.
Original of duly signed and accomplished forms for goods offered from the Philippines and or abroad.
For goods offered within the Philippines and for goods offered from abroad, submitted.
Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form.
The financial bid of Aljon International Corporation is also signed by the authorized representative, Mr. Seferino Soriano Jr., in the amount of 18,657,682 pesos and 34 centavos with no discount and within the ABC of the project. It's 18,657,682 pesos and 34 centavos with no discount. Mr. Chair, in your screen is a summary of the submitted bids for today, the lowest being Sandragon Sales in the amount of 16,100,000. Next is Aljon International Corporation in the amount of 18,657,682 pesos and 34 centavos. Mr. Chair, the technical working group is now recommending for the conduct of bid evaluation to ascertain completeness of bids and to determine if there are any arithmetical or mathematical errors for consideration and approval of the committee, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, TWG. We have a recommendation here for the conduct of bid evaluation. Do you have a motion, please, from the members?
Through the chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I so move to adopt the recommendation of the TWG to proceed with the bid evaluation of the two bidders.
Thank you. Do you have any second?
Seconded, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir. There will be a motion duly seconded. Let the two bids that are opened during this opening of bids be subjected to bid evaluation as recommended, first taking into consideration the comments earlier. Thank you. Attorney Frank, kindly proceed.
Thank you, sir. To the representative, bidders representative, thank you so much for attending, for submitting your bids and for attending today's meeting. Sir, we'll just notify you of the outcome of the bid evaluation po. Maraming salamat po. You're now excused po. Thank you, sir. Sir, the room is cleared and we can now proceed with item number 3, sir.
Okay, so proceeding to the next item, we have the rebid conference for purchase request of 106 units laptops for head office. This is an MISD project. Do we have prospective bidders present for this?
Sir, we have received several inquiries from various prospective bidders, and I think they're also available online, sir, ready to join the room.
Sige, let's admit them already, and MISD, kindly proceed with the presentation.
Secretariat, please admit the prospective bidders. Ayun. Good afternoon to our prospective bidders for the project purchase request of 106 units laptop for head office. We will now be presenting the bid documents for this. MISD, please.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Cheryl from MIS. We're now going to present the bid docs for the 106 units of laptop for CAAP head office with bid bulletin number 22-004-09. As a background, the approved budget for the project is 7,950,000. The delivery of goods is required by within 30 days, calendar days from the issuance of the notice to proceed. The bidding will be conducted through an open, competitive bidding procedure using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the 2016 revised IRR of Republic number 9184. For the schedules, as of September 15, the bid documents can already be acquired for the amount of 11,200 to our BAC secretariat. So right now we are conducting the pre-bid conference, and the deadline for submission of the opening of bids will be on October 11, 2002 as per the ITB. 2022, sorry. For further information, please refer to Engineer Leandro Varquez, the head of the BAC Secretariat of Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines. The telephone number is 7944-2358. There should be a 7944-2358. That is the BAC Secretariat. For the bid data sheet, ITB Clause 5.3 pursuant to Section 23.4.1.3 of the 2016 revised IRR, the bidder shall have an SLCC that is at least one contract similar to the project, the amount of which shall be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. For this purpose, contract similar to the project refers to contract which have the same major categories of work which shall be supply and delivery of laptops. This must be completed within the 5 years prior to the deadline of the submission and receipt of bids. ITB Clause 10.1 for the legal documents there should be a valid PhilJEPS registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages, registration certificate from SEC, for DTI for sole proprietorship, and then CDA for cooperatives or its equivalent documents. The mayors or the business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, or the equivalent document for exclusive economic zones or areas, and also the tax clearance as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of BIR. For those purposes, for the legal documents in connection to GPBB Circular 07 of 2017, dated 31 July 2017, the bidders shall have the following options. They could submit the certificate of PhilJEPS registration platinum member, including its Annex A, in lieu of the uploaded Class A eligibility documents, provided that all Class A eligibility documents listed under the aforesaid Annex A are all uploaded and maintained current, updated in the PhilJobs registry, or submit a combination of the PhilJobs registration and platinum membership, including Annex A and Class A eligibility documents identified in Section 8.5.2 of the revised IRR of 9184. And number 3, submit all the Class A eligibility documents only, provided that the PhilJobs registration and platinum member shall be submitted as a post-qualification requirement in accordance with Section 34.2 of the IRR of RA 9184. For the technical documents of the ITB Clause 10.1, it is required for a statement of the prospective bidders of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. The form is under Annex A, Form 1, found at the last part of the bid docs. Statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or the SLCC, to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rule. This is Annex A, Form 2. The original copy of bid security. If in form of a security bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission, or original copy of the notarized bid securing declaration, that is Annex B, Form 1. Then the schedule of requirements as Annex B, Form 2, and the conformity with the technical specification, Annex B, Form 3, which may include production, delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or the after sales or the parts if applicable. Then also the original duly signed OSS, or the Omnibus Sworn Statement, that is Annex B, Form 4. If applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do act to represent the bidder. These shall include all the following documents attached to the Omnibus Sworn Statement. Number 1, it's the certification or the under oath attesting that they have no pending case against the government, in addition to the eligibility requirements as prescribed in the 2016 IRR of 9184. Number 2 is the legal clearance to be issued by CAAP, Enforcement and Legal Service, with respect to non-pending cases of the prospective bidders against this authority. And number 3, include all the bid bulletins if there is any issue. Next. For the financial documents of the ITB Clause 10.1, the prospective bidders' audited financial statements showing, among others, the prospective bidders' total and current assets and liabilities that must be stamped received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institution for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of the bid submission. The prospective bidder's computation of the net financial contract capacity, or the NFCC. For the Class B documents, if applicable, duly signed joint venture agreement, or the JVA, in accordance with the RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in instance that the bid is successful. As a reminder and a summary, all applicable CAAP BAC standard forms included in this PBD shall be complied in accordance with the prescribed form under Section 8, the bid forms Annex A and B. Modifications or alterations in the stated requirements in the financial document form shall not be allowed. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. For the ITB clause 11.1, the second the second bid envelope shall contain the financial document for the bids as specified in section 9, the checklist of technical and financial documents. These shall include the complete accomplishment of all the following documents as stated and required under section 4 of the bid docs and shall form part of the bidder's financial document. Number 1, it's the original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid forms and the original of duly signed and accomplished price schedule. Modifications and or alterations on the stated requirements in the financial document form shall not be allowed. Applicable CAAP BAC forms, standard forms included in these bid docs shall be complied in accordance with the prescribed form under the bidding forms, and bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. For ITB clause 14.1, the security bid shall be in the form of the bid security declaration or any of the following form and amount. The amount not less than 159,000 or just 2% of the ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's or manager's check, bank draft or guarantee, or the irrevocable letter of credit, or the amount of not less than 397,500, the 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. Clause 15, each and every page thereof shall be initialed or signed by the duly authorized representatives of the bidder. Submitted eligibility, technical and financial documents shall be properly marked with index tabs or the ear tab and must be subsequently paginated in accurate order in the form of example, page 3 of 100. Page number of last page of the document, or this is per envelope basis. Pagination shall be sequential based on the entire span of the whole documents inside the envelope. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be automatically disqualified. Each bidder shall submit one copy of the first and second component of its bid. For ITB clause 19.1, the bidder must render its statement of compliance or conformity with bidding documents as enumerated and specified in section 7, the technical specification. That is the form that is form of the Annex B Form 2. Bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. For ITB clause 19.2, partial bids is not allowed. The project is packaged in a single lot and the lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. For 19.5, NFCC computation or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank. For ITB clause 20.2, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid or what we call the LBC that complies with and is responsible for all the requirements and conditions shall submit its 1. Latest income and business tax return filed through the electronic filing and payment system. Number 2, business licenses, permits required by law, such as the registration certificate, mayor's permit, and tax clearance. And number 3, the latest audited financial statements. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity, therefore, shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that the finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of the IRR of 9184. For ITB Clause 21.2, the attached technical specifications or the terms of reference for the supply and delivery of 106 units of laptop for CAAP head office shall be integral and inseparable part of the contract. So as a reminder again, for all the prospective bidders, applicable CAAP BAC standard forms included in this PBD shall be complied in accordance with the prescribed forms under Section 8 of the bidding forms Annex A and B. Modifications and/or alterations on the stated requirements in the financial document form shall not be allowed. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be disqualified. For the special conditions of the contract, for the SEC 2.2 as terms of payment, payment of 100% of the contract price upon completion and acceptance of the project. And the inspections and tests, for inspections and tests, please take note that we will conduct for product evaluation. The winning bidder is expected to provide at least 5 units of the proposed laptops to undergo performance evaluation and stress testing. For the terms of reference, for the general objective of this project aims to provide CAAP employees effective and efficient IT equipment to be used for easy mobility and portability in accomplishing tasks. For the technical specifications, you can read it at this slide. So for the processor, memory, storage, graphics, I/O ports, connectivity, the display, we have the audio, camera, touchpad, battery, other features, the bundled softwares, and the accessories. For the warranty, services and support must be available 24/7. At least 1 year on battery replacement and mouse parts and labor. At least 1 year on other parts replacement and labor. And availability of service centers nationwide. For the technical specifications in the forms, the bidders must state here either comply or not comply against each of the individual parameters of each specification. So you have to state the comply or not comply. Next. So for Section 8, these are the completed forms found on the of the bidding documents. So you have the statement of ongoing contracts, aside from the bid forms, of course, the statement of SLCC, for the JVA, bid security declaration, schedule of requirements, conformity to technical specs, omnibus sworn statement, and authority of signatory or the secretary's certificate if applicable. So for the checklist, for Section 9, the checklist of technical and financial documents, notes on the checklist of technical and financial documents. The prescribed documents in this checklist are mandatory to be submitted in the bid, but shall be subject to the following. So there's a resolution from GPPB number 09 of 2020 on the efficient procurement measures during a state of calamity or other similar issuances that shall allow the use of alternate documents in lieu of the mandated requirements or any subsequent GPBB issuances adjusting the documentary requirements after the effectivity of the adoption of the GPB. The BAC shall be checking the submitted documents of each bidder against this checklist to ascertain if they are all present using a non-discretionary pass or fail criterion pursuant to Section 30 of the 2016 revised IRR 9184. So, to the chair, that is the summary of the bid docs for the 106 units of laptop for CAAP head office.
Mr. Chair, the technical working group and the end user are now prepared or ready to accept questions or clarifications from our prospective bidders, Mr. Chair, should there be any.
Good afternoon. This is Willie from Goldtech.
Yes, sir. Sir, to our prospective bidders, should you have any questions, kindly state your name and the company you represent before raising your question, sir.
Okay, my name is Willie Flores from Goldtech International Distributors Incorporated.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon po.
And here's my question. This is regarding the specifications. For the winning bidder, is the 5 units of the proposed laptops to undergo performance evaluation and stress testing is part of 106 units? Yes or no?
End user, please.
Yes po.
Okay, thank you po.
Salamat po, sir. Any other questions from our prospective bidders?
Hello po, good afternoon. Davis Robles from Integrated Computer Systems.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon po.
Alright. So first question ko po is for the processor. So per checking po kasi, the base clock that is requested does not actually match the design of the latest processors in the market. So we would like to suggest if we can at least identify if this is like Intel Core i3, i5, i7, or its counterpart from Ryzen. Because in the 12th generation of Intel processors, the base clock is not met by the 2.4 gigahertz po.
Sir, this is from MIS kasi hindi kami pwedeng maglagay ng specific kung Intel or Ryzen yan. Pero as long as yung latest generation na at least ano siya, at least 4 core or 8 thread. Alam ko nga, kasi alam ko meron na nga yung nasa 12 gen na tayo, di ba? Pero kung papasok naman siya dun sa 4 core and 8 threads, or at least 2.4 gigahertz lang siya, yung clock niya, or higher, kasi pwede ka naman magbigay ng higher, tatanggapin naman namin yun eh.
Ayun po.
Minimum.
Yes po, actually kasi, kung minimum po natin na base is 2.4, hindi na po kasi siya mamimit ng latest. Nasa 1.3, 1.2 na po kasi yung latest ngayon. Dahil iniba po ni Intel yung design nila. Ganun din po kay Ryzen. So if you're gonna state base clock po dito sa 2.4, non-complying po yung mga latest.
Sige, kasi talagang bago yung ano eh, di ba? Bagong-bago yung latest na yan.
Yes po.
Kasi ito sa ginawa na itong ginawa na specs na to, medyo ilang buwan na yung nakaraan. So, check na lang po natin, tatanong po namin sa TWG kung ano man yung any bid documents na bid bulletin na pwede po namin ibigay if ever.
Alright, sige po. Salamat po.
Yeah. We will
Next
just
question.
issue, ma'am, the necessary bid bulletin to reflect the necessary changes din po when it comes to the technical specification, which will be provided by the end user MISD po.
Alright, noted po dun. I have a next question lang po in regards to the storage. So, we can see po kasi dito na you require na dual po siya. Isang SSD tsaka isang HDD. Acceptable po ba if magpa-provide na po kami ng single na SSD? Pero mas higher po siya sa total. Let's say 1 tera po.
MISD, please, end user.
Dual kasi siya eh. Titingnan po lang namin kung kami lang sa MIS ang tatanungin mo. Kung ibibigyan mo ako ng 1 tera na SSD, acceptable yun kasi nakuha mo yung laki niya at saka naka-SSD siya. Pero check muna din namin yung legality niyan with the TWG.
Alright, noted po.
Again, ma'am, should there be changes po as to the specification and to the acceptability of some of the requirements, we will issue the necessary bid bulletin na lang po as endorsed by the end user MISD po.
Alright, noted po. Next question ko po naman is for the display. No? So nakalagay po kasi dito, IPS display or higher. So is it possible if we can rephrase the word higher with equivalent? Because technically po kasi IPS is not available in on-prem, pero meron pong katumbas po ito na technology, but not necessarily it's higher.
Noted po, ma'am. Ay, sir. Noted, sir.
Alright. The next naman po is for the battery. So we can see here a 48 watt hour. We would like to request if we can omit that and make it manufacturer standard. Since hindi po kasi lahat ng mga models and brands has this 48 po. Yung iba po mas mababa, pero mataas naman din po yung battery life niya.
Yan kasi may requirement kami dahil marami kaming inspector na lumalabas. Pero compute ulit muna namin kung titingnan natin. Kasi alam ko marami talaga nagbago dun sa mga bago ngayon sa labas na laptop.
Yes po.
Pero compute lang muna namin kung ano yung pwede talaga dyan na kita din yung available sa market.
Okay po, ma'am. Thank you po. Then second to the last na lang po. Meron po kasing line item na for boot time must be at most 15 seconds. May I ask if how would we bidders be able to comply with this? Dapat po ba certification? Because this is not actually included in the tech specs po.
Oo. Ano yan? Sorry, sir. Ano yan? Sa performance po, pag sisiguraduhin po natin na yung boot time talaga niya is less than 15 seconds.
So, paano po ba siya, ma'am? Is it like, kapag for the winning bidder na, tas na mag-undergo ng post-qual o dapat document po siya? Okay,
So,
post-qual.
isa-certify mo naman nakalagay dun sa tech specs mo na isa yun sa mga items tapos sasabihin mo comply or not comply. So, pag kinomply mo yan, check din natin. Kasi isa sa importante na pag nag-open kami, nasa less than 15 seconds talaga yung boot time niya.
Okay po. Noted po dun, ma'am. Then last question na lang po para dun sa may warranty. So per checking po, 1 year lang po siya. So hindi na po tayo nag-record ng on-site.
Teka. 1 year yung... Teka, babasahin ko. 1 year po yung warranty niya. Oo, meron siyang yung supplier shall be available to respond technical assistance support 24/7 via call, email, and or site visit.
Ayun, or site visit.
Nakalagay naman dun siya sa technical specs niya.
Bale, 1 year lang po included po dun sa site.
1 year lang siya.
Po din, ma'am.
Kung bibigyan mo akong 2 taon, 3 taon, okay lang din.
Alright. Yun lang po for my end, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions to our prospective bidders? If there is none, perhaps just to...
Hi, sir. Good morning. Good
Yes, po.
afternoon po. Ranel Verdeflor from Quartz Business Product Corporation.
Yes, sir.
Apo, I got 3 questions lang po. Regarding dito sa, dun po sa battery, just for a record po, I seconded po yung changes din ni ICS na gawin siyang manufacturer standard. And then, second question po, dun po ba sa RJ45 LAN port, pwede po bang maging adapter to?
And user, please.
Noted po dun tungkol sa battery, pero dun sa LAN, kailangan po naka-incorporate, sir. Kasi importante po yan dun sa karamihan po, na experience po namin dito. Importante po yan sa mga laptops po namin.
So importante po sa inyo yung RJ45. Paano po siya, ma'am? Kasi limited po kasi yung... Kasi po nakasulat dito not more than 2 kilogram. So yung most of the laptop po, maninipis na po siya. Tapos parang hindi siya applicable dun sa I/O ports na nire-record nyo. So, yun lang po. Just stating lang po kung ano yung reason namin kung bakit siya pinapa-adapter.
Meron naman, nakita din naman namin, meron naman talagang RJ45. Pero, ang namin is i-put it in writing para sagutin namin and for consideration din ng MIS.
Noted po, ma'am. Kasi lahat po ng brand hindi po ma-comply. Last na lang po, dun sa audio, naman napansin po ako noise cancelling technology. Pwede po bang lagyan to ng or equivalent?
Noted po, sir.
Oo. Tapos last question na lang, ma'am. Natanggap po ba kayo ng local brand?
Hindi kami pwedeng, wala kaming preference na brand. Pero yung sa technical specification, kaya nandyan yung, yung as long as yung boosting time niya is less than 15 seconds, mabilis. Yun yung pinaka-importante sa lahat. At saka na-comply naman niya yung mga storage and lahat, sa graphics, sa lahat. Wala kami preferred na brand actually.
Noted po, ma'am. Pero po kailangan yung boost time po is 15 seconds po, no?
Yes, during the stress test, actually, makikita din naman talaga yun eh.
Ito po bang stress test na to upon award to, no, ma'am?
Oo, sa post-qual.
Sa post-qual. So, kailangan namin mag-provide ng sample sa inyo. Parang demo, bago, pag kami yung lowest.
Oo, ganon.
So, 5 piraso po nun.
Minimum, oo. At kung 5, ngayon, pwede yung ilagyan na mas madami. Pero yung 5, sa tingin namin, makikita na naman natin yung acceptable na yun para makita natin.
Ma'am, parang pwede po bang yung demo unit namin, hindi siya eksakto kasi configure to order po yung i-offer namin. So, most of our demo unit is same family model lang po. Okay lang po ba yun, ma'am?
Ay, hindi. Dapat po, ano yung proposed na model nyo? Yun din yung stress test natin. Nandun yun sa bid docs na kung ano yung i-propose na laptop nyo, yun yung i-stress test natin.
Noted po. Sige po. So, meaning, kailangan po namin ng 5 demo unit bago mag-post-qual kung kami po yung lowest. Okay,
Yes.
sige. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes po, ma'am. Kindly state your name po and the company you represent, please.
Yes, Pronet Systems, Jimbatong. Sir, regarding po sa demo unit na 5 units, 5 units talaga, hindi ba pwedeng 1 unit lang muna, sir? Kasi config to order po kasi yung i-offer namin is ang lead time, at saka yung regarding din sa lead time, sir, nakalagay kasi 30 days lead time yung delivery. Pwede po ba nating extend to, sir?
End user, please.
Dun sa, kasi 106 units siya, so less than 10% naman yung hinihingi namin, less than 5% pa nga yan eh. So, para lang, kasi kung iisa lang, masyadong maliit yung percentage niya. Kasi marami na kaming experiences sa pagbili ng laptops, kaya isinama yan dun sa technical specification namin. Regarding naman po dun sa standard kasi yung 30 days. So, na delivery. Pero, ang TWG, ang sigurong pwedeng sumagot, sir, kung ano yung, kung pwedeng ma-extend ba yung 30 days. Kasi, sir, sa supply and delivery po, na experience po ng CAAP, talagang nasa 30 days po yung delivery.
Pero kasi ngayon, ma'am, yung lead time ngayon ng mga ICT equipment, medyo matagal na ngayon yung dating kasi sa ibang bansa pa po kinukuha.
Pwede namang
mag-extend.
Mag-request ng extension. Pero dun sa TOR namin, kasi bukas malay mo biglang mag-normalize ang mundo.
Di ba pwede 360 days yung TOR, ma'am?
Hindi, na yan. Pero pwede ka naman mag-request for extension. Wala namang problema.
Noted, ma'am. So, yung talaga kailangan pag upon post-call, kailangan may 5 units na same dun sa i-offer namin.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Noted po, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you po.
Alright, good afternoon. Do you have another question? Let's have one more question before we end due to time constraints. Meron pa ba?
Yes, sorry.
Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, Regarding dun sa SLCC, yung supply and delivery of laptops, pwede po bang instead na supply and delivery of laptops, supply and delivery of ICT?
Sorry sir, specific po kami sa laptop kasi maraming experiences na ang CAAP sa laptop kaya talagang in-specify talaga naming laptop.
Pero dun sa yung title naman po niya, ma'am, is supply and delivery of ICT. Pero pagdating dun sa PO ng client is nakalagay naman yung laptop sa, kumbaga yung breakdown. Okay lang po ba yun? Naka-breakdown na po, naman po siya sa PO na may mga laptop, desktop.
I think the CAAP the BAC TWG can answer your question.
Ma'am, to respond your ano po, kung component po siya ng project is ma-determine naman po kung magkanong amount yung sa laptop delivery and supply of laptop lang po. Yun lang po ang i-consider ng technical working group in determining whether compliant kayo sa SLCC requirement.
So, okay lang kahit iba yung title, basta yung nandun sa breakdown, sir, is meron namang comply naman sa dun sa laptop.
Depende po din po sa title po ng project, ma'am, kung halimbawa related din po talaga siya kasi it might be na hindi naman siya related talaga yung project. So I cannot clear exactly say ngayon po na pwede yung project niyo inyong hindi. Pero one thing is clear po na yung requirement po namin is yung supply and delivery of laptop po as indicated in the bid documents po.
Sir, good afternoon. This is Malu from Bonet. Actually, sir, yung mention po ni Ms. Jean kanina with regards to the completed concern. Ang title po ng project is Procurement of ICT Equipment. Pero, nandun po sa contract, naka-breakdown naman po na merong laptop, may kasamang desktop, ganun po. At saka yung amount. Yun yung concern niya, sir. So, mabavalidate naman po natin na we delivered the items, kunwari po yung laptop or desktop, tapos makikita naman po doon yung amount kung ano po yung completed namin.
Naka-indicate din po yung magkano yung delivery and supply of laptop po ng component. ICT lang nakalagay po.
Yes, sir. It so happen lang kasi na yung laptop may kasama pong ibang components.
Yeah, understood naman po.
Yes po.
For now, ma'am, we will look into that and we may issue bid bulletin to reflect whether that proposal would be acceptable or we may consider that one in our evaluation po. We will just release bid bulletin for that po.
Sige, sir. Thank you po. Salamat.
Thank you.
Sir,
Hi, good afternoon.
ICS.
I'm sorry, this is I have to cut off the ano lang. But we'll have siguro one more question. But before we proceed, just please be reminded na you can submit all your queries in writing up to 10 days before the opening of the bids, and all your queries will be addressed accordingly, and any changes will be posted via bid bulletin po. So wag po kayo mag-alala. So we'll have just one more question from Miss Eileen.
Apo. Sir, good afternoon po from ICS, sir. Sir, yung sa 30 days na standard po na delivery lead time, i-include po ba yun sa bid bulletin na pwede pong in writing, pwede magpa-extend?
If I may, Mr. Chair, the technical working group, sir, will look into it, and if we deem it necessary to include it in the bid bulletin, sir, we will issue the bid. We will include it in the bid bulletin.
Okay.
Noted po. Thank you. Maraming salamat. So with that, we're closing the pre-bid conference. And again, we encourage everyone to submit all your queries and clarifications in writing, and we will answer all of them and issue the necessary bid bulletins as it is required. So with that, let's already dismiss the attendees. Attorney Frank.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you po.
Back
Thank
Secretariat,
you po.
please remove all our... Salamat po sa mga bidders natin, prospective
Thank you.
bidders.